For any Xbox or PlayStation codes or cheap games on any platform, use the referral link in the description. It'll take you to g2a.com. Use the promo code CHES over there and you'll get yourself 3% cash back. For all No Identity merchandise, hats, hoodies and t-shirts, follow the link in the description down below to the No Identity Fan Fibre website. Hey guys, welcome to episode number 14 of the Chelsea Career Mode here on FIFA 18. Today we have a very important game in the Champions League against Shakhtar Donetsk. If we win this, with 2 games to go currently, if we win this, then I'm pretty sure that's going to be us through to the knockout stages. If we draw it, then our progression is in the balance. If we lose it, then it's really in the balance. So I'm desperate to get a victory here against Shakhtar Donetsk. We follow that up with a game at the weekend against Liverpool, and then with a game midweek against Middlesbrough in the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup, before heading into what is a ridiculously busy month of December. So there's a lot of games to be played between now and the January transfer window, but we are starting to think about what we might do. Mentioned in the last episode that contemplating replacing Cesc Fabregas in the starting lineup, whether that sees him leave the club or not remains to be seen, but I think his first team time at the club is coming to a close, so contemplating replacing him. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. But for now, we really need to concentrate on stuff on the pitch rather than off it, specifically for today's episode with this big game in the Champions League and a cup quarter-final as well against Middlesbrough. And of course, a game against Liverpool in the meantime is no easy feat either. So wish me luck. Drop the video a like if you enjoy. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on any more of this series. I believe the finale of The Journey went up this morning, so make sure you check that if you haven't seen it so far, because we ended that series now and we'll be moving on to something different over the next few days. But I started a slightly rotated, slightly mixed side in the last game, and I'll be doing the same again here. But I'm hoping that, to be fair, that side is going to be strong enough and fit enough to be able to deal with Shakhtar Donetsk. Oh, I'm really nervous because we need a victory here, so I'm just going to have to play out of my skin. Here's Bernard. He's got pace and trickery, but Cesc Fabregas has strength, and that clearly overpowers him there. Trying to go for a quick counter-attack. Get that up to Morata. Out wide there to Victor Moses. Dart inside again. Coutinho's there in his central role. I'm actually going to go to Morata first, and maybe back to Moses, then to Coutinho. That's Eden Hazard. Well, why not from that distance? Oh, good block by the defender to head that over the top. Not sure whether the keeper would have been able to deal with that. I think he would have done, but still, Alonso could win this header. He has done. It's looping. Oh, and the man at the back post, Antonio Rudiger, threw himself at it, but wasn't able to get on the end of it, unfortunately. Could he have gotten to that? Oh no, it's probably too much out of his reach. Too far out of his reach. Nice tackle by Kante on Marlos. So to Eden Hazard. Coutinho drifting wide on the left. We'll have to cut back inside though to try and create the opportunity. Morata. There's Cesc. Back to Morata through the gap. It's nicely done. Oh, shots blocked, but it will drop to Moses, who hits it early, and that took a block off the defender. Rakitsky again in between ball and goal for not the first time in this game. Hazard will go up for this. I think Malishev got the final touch on it. He did. The corner will come in again. For a second time, we'll look towards that penalty spot. Could be Alonso underneath it again. Piatov with the punch. Please win this, N'Golo. He's done well. Here's Coutinho. Little Ronaldo chop inside. Squeeze it through that gap. Hazard. Look to Morata, who's onside. And despite getting something on that, Piatov, he can't keep it out. Alvaro Morata makes it Chelsea 1. Shakhtar 0 in the 20th minute. It hasn't been all one-way action so far. And the defenders just left him alone there. Really poor marking. Onside. Keeper did enough. Or tried to do as much as he possibly could. But it wasn't enough, really. I should say. Thought he'd done enough. That's what I meant to say. But unfortunately for him, despite getting something on it, into the back of the net it goes. We lead. Tyson down the line into Blanco. He's done well. Blanco, oh! Deflected and nearly snuck in that near post. Good reactions from Thibaut Courtois. With their first chance of the game, they nearly immediately equalised. Bernard with a cross. And, oh, they still could. Fabregas with the hooked clearance. Jeeps, this is getting really nervous at the back right now. Sepacosta with a throw back to Cesc. Rudiger through the gap, quickly around the corner with N'Golo to Coutinho, and then we quickly get this forward here to Morata. Coutinho, we go back to Morata. It's probably a little bit risky to try and thread it through such a gap, but Hazard takes that early, and it's a good save by Piatov. Half an hour in, pushing for that second, which I think would seal the game. We did win the first game against them 2-0 in the group stage, and Piatov was good in that game as well, and he's proving it again here. Corner comes in again. David Luiz could be underneath it for a second time. I think it was he that flicked that on, was it? Indeed it was going to be a Shakhtar throw. Take the throw short there to Alonso. Coutinho, well, I looked to come short and then actually as I committed to the pass, went to make a run in behind, but thankfully he was able to get to the ball still. Into Cesc. Oh no! The touch was heavy, and I thought the chance had gone, but it apparently didn't, because he was still able to get the shot away, and it cannons back off the post. We've come so close to a second goal so many times in this game, but it just won't go into the back of the net for a second time to kill the game off. But as long as we have the lead at least, I am happy to continue at just 1-0. And Coutinho's in behind and still can't get that second because Piatov makes another very good stop. Cancel the tackle, drops to Hazard, goes inside to Cesc, and into Coutinho, waiting for Hazard to continue that run, and now he's got the space to get in behind, and surely this, despite the heavy touch from Hazard, will be 2-0. Thought for a moment there, when his touch was that heavy, that the defender was going to come across and get him, but no, he has been able to tuck it home into the bottom corner. That touch there was so heavy, but drills it in on his left foot. Chelsea 2, Shakhtar 0, replicating the scoreline from the first game against them. Moses back there to Kante, go out wide to Alonso first, and maybe in there to, oh, well, it was meant for Coutinho, but I think that, oh, that's going to go to Moses. It wasn't meant for Victor Moses, but unfortunately he's headed wide. The referee's going to book someone here, but Moses, with the opportunity there, was meant to be just a tiny little lofted ball into Coutinho, but it ended up going to the Nigerian on the far side. Coutinho's actually coming off here for Kylian Hazard, so look to give him a little bit of a rest. Nice ball through by Bernard to Blanco, and they are going to pull one back right at the death. That's so frustrating. I was hoping that for the first time in ages we're actually going to keep a clean sheet here, but that through ball, perfectly timed. Rudiger just, I don't know, took a stutter in his run there, but I don't think I'd have been able to tackle him anyway. 2-1 here. Blanco Leszczuk pulls one back for Shakhtar with only seconds remaining in the game. It's not going to be enough for them to get anything out of it, and we will get the 3 points that will pretty much guarantee our progression through now to the knockout stages of the Champions League. That's a lovely little move there from Morata, and I wasn't sure what to do there. Took it all the way up to the goalkeeper before deciding whether to shoot or square. In the end went to shoot, and I should have perhaps squared, but David Luiz won't get to that, but he's not going to get the chance to do anything because there goes the final whistle. Now, Atletico were 2-0 up against Sporting at half-time. We'll have to wait and see what the final result was between them. And in the end, it's 3-0, so I think that's pretty much us guaranteed going through. Atletico are definitely through, and then we will be on 8 points. Sporting will be on 5, and Shakhtar on 4. And we play Atletico in the final game, so I'm hopeful that we can get a point out of that game. A point is all we'll need to guarantee progression, and the draw against Sporting should be enough anyway. A draw, or sorry, if we lose and Sporting get a win, then we should be okay to go through regardless. But we're back to Premier League action now. It's 2nd versus 4th, Chelsea versus Liverpool, and we're currently tied at the top, but we could be tied with Liverpool if we lose this one, so extremely important that we do well. 4 at the back for Liverpool, but not a very strong 4. Flanagan, Clavan, Matip and Moreno. Joel Matip is really the only player there that would cause me any real concern. Strong midfield and front line though, with Marco Reus starting out on the left-hand side, so Liverpool would be dangerous going forward, but apparently they have the best defence in the league. So I'm not really too sure how they've done that with the starting 11, or starting back 4 they've thrown out, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. They're the tightest defence, we're the highest goal scorers, so this is going to be a real tactical battle. Coutinho. Out wide to Willian. There's Morata. A lot of red shirts back here, but we will hopefully be able to find a way through sooner rather than later. I'll get that to Coutinho. This is the first time he's been to Anfield since making the move, and he very nearly started us off with the opening goal of the game there. Good save by Mignolet, holding on to it at the second attempt. Willian actually tried to head that down to Cesc and giving it straight to Jordan Henderson, but we've slowed him up at least. There's the first real clear-cut chance of the game. May have one at the other end now as Firmino looks to break in behind, but slowed him up nicely. Here's Marco Reus. Liverpool on the attack. Adam Lallana. Nice little drop shoulder there and turn. Mistime the challenge with Kante, and they hit the outside the post. They have gone right at the other end and had another chance. And David Luiz will head that away. Alonso will get to it too, will he? Yes, he will, just thankfully. And Coutinho will give that forward to Morata, who's going to hold this up well. And we may end up with another chance. No, we won't. We'll end up with a yellow card for Joel Matip. Header by David Luiz. Cesc out to Willian. Definitely tell they've got a good defence here. I may have slightly questioned their personnel, but they have been very solid so far, Liverpool, and I can't find many ways through. I'm struggling here to create chances. Might have the best attack in the league, but we're not proving it at this point. Through there to Coutinho. Bit of space for a shot from distance, so that took a deflection off Clavan and will be a corner. Can't leave a player like Coutinho that amount of space outside the box because he will punish you. Oh, Alonso went for the volleyed swivel shot there, or swiveled volley shot, but it didn't quite come off, unfortunately. Fabregas out to Willian. Really nice ball out to him. Go back to Cesc. Coutinho's there. Kante could make a run forward. We'll go through that gap. No, we won't. He's going to reach Hazard though, and he's done brilliantly there. Eden Hazard, we got slightly lucky, but the shot is blocked. Coutinho can't quite beat the defender to that. Oh, nice turn by Wijnaldum. Completely sold N'Golo Kante there. Kante not to be fooled a second time. We'll use Willian first. And now this is a real counter-attacking opportunity. Liverpool haven't committed bodies forward like this throughout the entire game, but Coutinho's in the box. What a block from John Flanagan. I perhaps could have gone across again, but I felt confident enough in Coutinho there that I could have gotten the shot away and scored. Unbelievable defending from Liverpool in this game. They just throw bodies in front of the ball whenever it gets near their goal. Been incredibly frustrating to play against, but I guess that's why they have the best defence in the league so far this season. I was really shocked with their starting lineup and their defenders, or with their starting defenders, shall I say. The rest of their starting lineup kind of made sense, but oh no, now Royce is going to score, isn't he? Oh God! I can't defend on this game. I can't defend on this game. It's a really good goal from Marco Reus. The footwork was superb. Tried to hold up Firmino there, and I mean, that's actually just exquisite dribbling from Marco Reus to take control of the ball, go one way, then quickly back the other. I don't think, even if I was really good at defending, I'd have been able to stop that there. Superb footwork from Marco Reus. Felipe Coutinho's replacement scores against the side that signed him. Mane with the free kick for Liverpool. Royce has gone off now to be replaced by Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. David Luiz wins that header, but will head it straight back to Sadio Mane. I've taken off Eden Hazard, who was tired, and I've brought on Pedro in his place, but Mane's just cutting me apart here. Firmino had the extra man across to use and didn't use him. Similar to a situation I found myself in earlier on in the game where I could have gone across once more and almost certainly guaranteed a goal, but took the shot and regretted it immediately. And Coutinho has set Pedro away here. He's only just come on, and Pedro instantly scores. Something just clicks with me and Pedro. It just clicks. Lovely finish, sweeping that home. I could have taken an extra touch there. Decided to take my finger off the sprint button just to make sure there was no heavy touch. And he slotted it home into the far bottom corner. We are level at Anfield with 10 minutes to look for a winner. Here's the Ox. Inside there to Jordan Henderson, who turns well. Fires it out to Sadio Mane. Now I'm nervous when Mane's on the ball because his feet are quick, similar to Royce's. And he's faster in a straight line as well. John Flanagan trying a little bit of trickery with his feet there, and it worked. Henderson, it's just impossible to defend against. Adam Lallana, good save by Courtois. I was nervous there as I drew the defender across to him that I'd left someone free in the middle. Bakayoko's going to come on for me to try and help out defensively. Taking Cesc Fabregas off. That corner's going to come in and Kante will clear, although not very far, but at least it's away from danger for now. Henderson looking to come back towards the danger area. Gini Wijnaldum. I saw that turn coming and Bakayoko will steal it off him. Just knock this back to Coutinho and Morata will go again and I'll dink it in behind. He should have the pace on Clavan and does. Alvaro Morata racing away. Matip coming. Morata! Very well held by Simon Mignolet. 2 minutes to go. Coutinho going to stand this corner up into the middle. It's a good delivery. David Luiz! Powers home the header. We're going to win at Anfield with the last touch of the game. I wasn't even in control of him there. I was in control of Marcos Alonso, stood in front of Gini Wijnaldum, and David Luiz just arrives and crashes the header home. Mignolet gets a big hand to it, but can't keep it out. He tried to get it up over the bar and he just didn't quite get it right. I can't really class that as a goalkeeping mistake though. That was just a powerful header from David Luiz in the last final dying moments here at Anfield. Liverpool will push everybody forward to try and get themselves an equaliser before the final whistle goes, but I'm not sure whether they'll be able to do it. Alberto Moreno's done brilliantly on this left-hand side though. The cross comes in, it's David Luiz who's underneath it. Willian tries to get it away. Jordan Henderson picks up the loose ball. What's he going to do? Outweighted to Mane, into Lallana, out to Flanagan. This is great football from Liverpool. Bakayoko will win the header and it will come away, and referee, please do me a favour, blow your final whistle. Mate, do me a favour, blow your final whistle, please. Come on, I'm desperate for 3 points at Anfield. Down the line here into Adam Lallana, inside to Roberto Firmino, blocked, hoof it away, get it away N'Golo. It's not away, but Coutinho will pick it up. Please ref, come on. I'm literally begging for the final whistle here. I'll go back out to Pedro. I'm going to drive down the line. I shouldn't have done that. Clavan picks it off. Referee! How long are these 2 minutes at the end of the game? I'm going to chop him. I'm not going to chop him because he's cut back. No, no. Oh, God, this is so tense. Mane, cross. Underneath it. Bakayoko. Oh, he's going to keep it in here. Moreno back into the middle. Courtois claims. Ref, please, come on. How long are these 2 minutes? He's still going here, referee. He's still letting the game go on. Coutinho. I may even get the opportunity for a third. Morata gets to turn in. Holds off the defender. Alvaro Morata. Mignolet with a save. Pedro will get there first. Cross the ball in. Coutinho's up. Nods that back to Bakayoko. Want to go backwards here to Cesar Azpilicueta. Let fly with Dave. Now ref. This is like 10 minutes of injury time. Oh, God, at last. That is the longest 2 minutes of added on time I've ever experienced in a game on FIFA. And the most tense as well. We win at Anfield. A massive 3 points in the grand scheme of things with regards to the league situation. Man United, they've just kicked off against Brighton, but we pull away from teams like Liverpool who are in the top 4 to create a little bit of a gap. Now, I don't expect Brighton to be able to do us a favour there, so I'm presuming we will still be joint level at the top of the table with Manchester United at the end of this match day. And we'll head now into the game against Middlesbrough in the Carabao Cup and try and get ourselves through to a cup semi-final. Sonda through the gap there to Pedro. Squeeze that through to Michi. Pedro might not be scoring. Oh, he's not assisting either. I thought for a moment Michi was going to tuck that underneath the goalkeeper, but it's actually a very good stop from the man in between the sticks. Never mind. First chance comes and goes. Mwasha cuts that back inside to Baker. Back to Mwasha again. Oh, it's very fast. And actually, that's a very dangerous cross too. And that's looping in. Why have you punched that, Willie? Just catch it, mate. It's literally dropping on your own on the line. Just catch it. It doesn't make any sense. If they end up scoring from this move, I'll be very, very annoyed at Willie Caballero. But thankfully, we've gotten it away. I was not necessarily in as clear-cut a fashion as I might have liked, but now we really do have the opportunity to break on them. I'm just going to sprint into this space with Pedro as the defender's drawn away thanks to the run of Michi Batshuayi, and then as the defender commits one way, it will go the other. Oh, Pedro's just too good! Pedro's just too good! You can't cope with him. He is phenomenal. Pedro, again. Chelsea 1, Middlesbrough 0. One way, then the other. Completely lead the defender and tucks it home. I've run out of superlatives. Baker across to Adama Traore. Quickly gets it back to Baker. It's the Pather Braithwaite and Baker. Oh, not Baker. And Mwasha on the far side. And Adama Traore that are causing me all sorts of problems in this game. And Baker is sat behind them just trying to pull the strings. And he might score here, and he has done. It's a good goal from Middlesbrough, and it's been coming. Scoring against his parent club. Oh, that's brave. That's very brave. You're on loan at Middlesbrough from Chelsea, who you've just scored against. I think kissing the badge might have just earned you a permanent transfer there, Lewis Baker, if you don't mind. It's good football. It's really good football. It's a good goal, but he's really not endeared himself to the Chelsea faithful there, has he, by kissing the Middlesbrough badge right in front of the home fans? I'll leave that one up to you, but I think I might be selling Lewis Baker for that show of lack of respect. Washer. He's offside, surely. Oh, he is. Lewis Baker nearly scores 2 goals in 2 minutes. That ball through was just brilliant. Thankfully, Chalobah, despite actually going with him, I think it was more Chalobah just wasn't quick enough to deal with a run than it was a genuine offside trap attempt. But thankfully, he was the wrong side of the line, and we're going at the break level, although we could have been behind. Short. Lovely ball into Mason. Oh, great first touch as well. I need Michi to maybe a decent run, which he hasn't done. But we have still got the ball. And Charlie Musonda scores. Okay, that went from a messed up attack to actually a half-decent one. I couldn't quite do what I wanted to with Mason there, but then gets the ball back, lays it out wide, still gets the assist, and Charlie Musonda buries it. I'm not sure what to make of Mason so far. I try and play him as often as I can in these rotation sides, especially in the Carabao Cup, but he just isn't having the impact so far. But he's still very early on in his career, so there's plenty of time for him to continue to grow with the training, and then fingers crossed it'll get to the point where he does actually make more of an impact on a more of a regular basis. Shaw with the throw back to Mason to drink water. Bakayoko pulls off the back there. He's picked up an injury, Bakayoko. I don't actually remember him getting injured, but Zappacosta got this into Miso. It's a lovely turn. Drill it hard and low. It's a good save by Randolph, but Mason is there! Off the bar. Can't believe we haven't scored a third. Bakayoko's touch was a bit heavy. Put it back to Danny Drinkwater. A bit of space. Can we whip it? Oh, good save by Randolph. Oh, dear. Couldn't be much closer, could we, to a third there. Two great saves and the bar getting smacked, but Randolph comes and claims that. He's having a good little spell there. Adam Clayton over the top looking for Adama Traore. He's just so fast. That touch is great too. And the ball in is brilliant. Ball into the box was undefendable. Absolutely undefendable. It's a lovely touch by Adama Traore to turn back inside first time. And that is just a disgusting cross. And I'm just unlucky with the left back, Zappacosta. It's actually Andreas Christensen there, isn't it? That I wasn't able to get a block on it, but another good Middlesbrough goal sees them peg us back just 13 minutes after we went in front again. Zappacosta into Drinkwater. Through the gap there to Michi, it's opened itself up. Pedro out to Mason. Oh, I've been taking the mickey out of him. Well, not taking the mickey, but criticising him in this game so far. But his finishing just isn't there. Kennedy's coming on from there. He could have scored with his last touch. As it happens, he put it wide. Oh no, Adama Traore is in behind. What a finish! Middlesbrough turn it around. Adama Traore gets in behind. He's so fast, you just can't catch him at times. You can't keep up with him. It's a great finish though. Willa Caballero, I don't know whether to be annoyed at him there or not. I don't know where Luke Shaw was. He's miles away. Look, he's all the way back here. But it's a great finish. 3-2 Middlesbrough. They've come from... Well, I went 1-0 up, then they equalised, and then I went 2-1 up, then they equalised, and now they've gone 3-2 up. So from 1-0 and 2-1 down, Middlesbrough now lead. Oh, lovely tackle by Christensen. That was superbly timed and executed. In there to Pedro, back there to Kennedy. Go wide here to Danny Drinkwater. What he's doing in a left mid spot, I'm not sure, but Luke Shaw will drive forward here. Nobody in the box at the minute though to pass to. Have to pull it back. Danny Drinkwater, there's Bakayoko. We'll go out wide again to Charlie Musonda. It's not the best of balls, but can we spin in behind? Yes, we can. Look for the ball across. Oh, Pedro can't get there. Keep that in, Charlie. Oh, jeeps. Right, Zappacosta. We're in stoppage time now at the end of the game. I'll go to Danny Drinkwater, and then in there to Pedro. Pedro! Wide, and the last kick of the game. Of all the players on the pitch I would have wanted that chance to fall to, Pedro would have been the man. We're out of the Carabao Cup, lads. Middlesbrough have done it. A superb away performance from them. Coming from 1-0 and 2-1 down to turn the game around and win with only 39% possession. Fair play to them. Congratulations, Middlesbrough. Hopefully you go all the way. That's going to bring today's episode to a close, though. Thank you very much for watching. We'll dive into the Premier League again in the next episode with a game against Newcastle. I will quickly have a look at the league table, though, before we end, thanks to that win against Liverpool. Cool. Dramatic episode there, to be completely honest, with the way that the Liverpool game ended and that Middlesbrough one. We were level on points with Manchester United because they will have beaten Brighton, but they've gone and won on match day 14, whereas we are yet to play. So we can go joint top of the table again with victory against 17th place Newcastle United in the next episode. So hopefully that'll be the thing that happens. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel too for more. I'll see you next time.